Hi and welcome back to Torn. And here we are. I'm going to see what this looks like now because PlayStation 4 Pro. We're heading up to the Observatory to get the final electronic key to then find out what the heck has been going on here. I don't have encouraging thoughts in regards to our host, because he's been separated from his body for a long time, and we still haven't met his wife.
We built this observatory because we believe that we are part of something much larger. We think that our sense of scale when it comes to our universe is completely wrong.
Okay.
Can you even imagine? What if we find out that in the bigger picture, this is all we are? A speck of a speck of a speck.
Okay. Bit unusual.
It's like neutrons and protons forming a nucleus. Imagine if our solar system is as small as a proton, or even as small as a quark. I imagine technology has progressed greatly since my age.
Not as much as you'd think.
We're not big. We're hopelessly small. We suspect that our universe is just an atom, a building block for something much larger. We need to move the floor. In order to do that, we need to find the object marked with the gear glyph.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, I see. Okay.
Rotate the object to line up the wires.
Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, I can see this being a problem.
Rotate the object to line up the wires.
Keep going one way.
Rotate the object to line up the wires. Rotate the object to line up the wires.
Go. Okay.
Rotate the object to line up the wires.
But yeah, having a moment.
Nicely done. Now we can explore the meteorological room.
Okay. We'll leave that there for now. It's another elevator. Oh, hello.
This is the meteorological room.
And you have here. Oh.
Take that object, the one with the gear symbol, and pop it on to one of the gears on the floor. Give it a spin and see what happens.
There's an object in here with a gear symbol. Where there be gear symbol? Okay. It's the same gear symbol. Yes, where is... Ah, there you are. That's why.
Rotate the object to line up the wires.
Let's see if we can get this.
Rotate the object to line up the wires.
Second, hopefully the rules haven't changed.
Rotate the object to line up the wires.
Yeah, that doesn't affect any others, which is sweet.
Looks like we can go upstairs now. The elevator is here.
Sweet. Can we go up higher? Maybe.
These old observatories are finicky. It's hard to cut through the atmosphere with this thing.
Okay.
The problem is that sometimes you see objects from different angles at different times of the year, and that can skew your data.
Where did I see the circuitry? Saw it coming in.
Oh,
I
few valves
see.
have blown. Luckily, there are spares nearby. If you can locate them and socket them into the holes, you can get the machine running again.
Need another one. Two. No, drawers. Negatory. Aha. One. Let's do you. What's going to happen now? Because this is the final challenge.
That's our radio telescope. Rena and I used to try it and sort out where exactly the parallel exists in galactic space, using the stars to build a map for ourselves. Give it a try. Use the wheels to orient the telescope to the parallel's cosmic position.
Okay. That one. What I'm going to need to do. Oh, this is awkward. I have a seat in the way. I going to do that?
You completed the circuit.
I know.
You completed all the circuits in this room.
By doing that... Yes. Okay, that's looking good. Oh, that's looking bad.
Yes. I did quite well with that, didn't I? Never was much at housekeeping now, was I? An inordinate amount of dust around the place. Maybe I'll get it to dust. Oh dear, I could use a bite. I'm hungry.
No time to waste, miss. Go to the room barometer.
Ow. Final time.
I did it. I've got the 8th key.
Let's worry about that later. Dose me, please.
Later.
At first, I didn't think much of it. These are customized machines, you know, not mass-produced. You expect some glitches once in a while, a few sparks here and there. And Rena was so excited. I was thinking about her instead of paying attention. I should have known. The machine was acting up more than usual that day. I should have insisted we wait until I had time to make some adjustments. But Rena was too excited, too eager to continue. I can't blame her, though. She wasn't the fool. I was, because I knew better.
She went in?
At first, everything was fine. I just assumed I was being paranoid, worrying too much. But then, when it was time for her to come out, there was no sign of her. The machine couldn't find her. She disappeared. Do you want to find out what happened next? I'm ready. It was my worst nightmare. I built the machine. I was responsible for keeping it functioning correctly. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I panicked. I should have stopped and thought. I should have taken the time to fix the machine properly. But I was frantic. Rena was gone. I had to help her. So I went in after her.
And then what?
Traumatic memories are hard to process. Takes a while to piece it all together. Could you give me a bit more? I went in, and there must have been some kind of electrical surge or something. Overloaded the circuits, perhaps. And then this happened. Whatever this is. Before I could make it the whole way through, the connection dropped. My mind was torn apart. I can only assume that the machine sent only part of me through, leaving the rest of my mind in the physical plane, splintered into small bits of energetic light, settling like fallout throughout the mansion. So that's what happened. So she is here. She's lost, and thanks to you, I've got full control of my mind back. Now, what I need to do is get out of here. Back to the physical world and recalibrate the machines properly. Once I've done that, I'll be able to locate Rena, and then I can bring her back as well. We're so close. Everything we're doing for Rena now. Let's see the 8th key.
Ta-da!
Another chess piece.
Yep, the queen, I guess.
Of course it is. Now, here's what you need to do. Return to the mansion's foyer. Look for a large prescribed circle in the floor near the entrance to the home. The lab entrance will present itself to you. The answers are there. What we're both seeking is there.
Okay. Bye! really doubtful if this can have a happy ending.
Man, if the machine did that to you, then it must have obliterated your wife. I mean, I'll do what you're asking. I want to see the secret lab as much as the next guy, but, I mean, come on. I can't tell if he really thinks he's going to find his wife, or if he's just kidding himself. Or maybe he's lying to me to get me to help him. I don't know. But if he's using me, let's face it, I'm using him too. His story is probably going to make me rich. And besides, what if it is all true? What if that lady really is trapped in some kind of permanent limbo? What a nightmare.
I'm still not sure if this can have a happy ending. We find bodies out there, down there. We're definitely not in for a happy ending.
Now that we have all the keys, we can open the lab. Follow me.
Okay. Oh, I see. Hi, and welcome back to Torn. I think we're on the final hurdle here. For giant circle.
Now, are those keys you have collected on these pencils? I always enjoy this moment. Fantastic. Now, if you wouldn't mind joining me over here. But life is an experiment. We were lucky enough to have this place, the resources to pursue our dreams.
Okay, mystery lift. 3 levels. Interesting. I might be wrong. There may be more to this than I thought. Judging by that. Okay. This is kind of looking familiar. And how much money have you folks got? Oh, that looks bad.
Oh, thank goodness you've made it. Welcome to the lab. Indeed. This is where Rena and I assembled our crown jewel. Isn't she a beauty?
Yeah, it's something, all right.
But there's no time to waste. Here, let me walk you around and show you how everything works. You'll need to know all this when the time comes.
When we put you back together again, here in the real world?
Yes, exactly. Now, this operation was designed as a 2-man operation, Rena and myself, so I'm afraid you'll have to do the work of 2 people when you're here.
I'm pretty sure I can handle it.
I have no doubt someone as young and healthy as yourself should have no problem. Oh, good Lord, it's roasting down here. Let's get the air circulation running again. That should bring the temperature down. There's 3 breakers nearby. Throw them to get the air moving again.
3 breakers. Okay, so we're gonna have to do that.
Down, just 2 to go. You found one of them. There are 2 more here somewhere.
Okay.
2 down, 1 to go. That's 2. There's 1 more here somewhere.
Yeah, we got it.
Go. Now then, let's take a look around. And that, Miss Patterson, is the capacitor.
It's huge.
It is indeed. Has to be in order to hold all the energy required to tear open a portal to another dimension.
You say that like it's so obvious.
It's incredible, is what it is. You see, what we do is trickle charge the capacitor. It builds up a massive amount of energy, and then we fire it, all at once in an extremely targeted way. The blast is so strong, it pricks a hole in the fabric of reality itself. It opens a door to the parallel. But that's only part of the story. It's all well and good to open the door, but the parallel is a world without limits, and that makes it dangerous. If one simply walked in, they could simply disappear. We realized that we had to give ourselves some guidance, and that's where the probes come in. Here, I'll show you. Do you see these devices mounted on the top?
Yeah.
Those big plugs? Yeah, I see them.
Those are the probes. Very important. They shape the signal to the parallel. It's essential that they're positioned just so. If they're even an inch out of place, we're in trouble.
Why are they so important?
How to explain? Have you ever had to use an antenna?
I guess, once in a while.
You know how you have to adjust it at times in order to pick up a signal.
Sure, I guess. I have to move my phone around sometimes to get a better Wi-Fi signal.
The same principle applies. Because you see, the frequency is critical. You have to get it right. When it's tuned just so, then the information can flow. It's like a current of electricity into and out of the parallel. It's a bit like finding a radio station on the dial, I suppose. At first, just static, and then all of a sudden the music comes through loud and clear.
I see.
Where'd he go? I think. Oh, okay. It's probably waiting for me over there. Yep, thought so.
Look over here. Look at these computers. Do you see them?
Wow, those are old school.
Do you know what we use them for?
Listening to really, really old music?
No, we use them to store people.
Say what?
Right at the moment of transit, the traveler becomes data, becomes ones and zeros, just for a moment. We needed a place to safely store that data because, obviously, it's very important that data reconstitutes back into flesh and blood when travelers return.
Wow.
My DNA is in these machines, or my genetic blueprint is anyway. We'll need to use the data stored in these machines to retrieve the blueprint, so that I can be put together again. Correctly, of course. My head needs to be on my shoulders and so on. Everything where it's supposed to be. Now, look here, on the lab floor. See anything unusual? You don't usually see a grand piano in a lab, eh? Rena insisted we move it down here so that she could play. She and I spent so much time in the lab that we added a few of the comforts of home.
And how did you get it down
Love
here?
more than her music.
Aw.
Then again.
Sweet.
When I'm here, I can feel her close to me. Can't you?
Huh? I don't know. Not really.
Come now, don't you? Perhaps just a little bit.
Well, yeah, okay. I guess I do, kind of.
Indeed. At any rate, let's move on.
Yes, let's. Lots
Behind
of.
these sealed fire doors is one of the battery rooms. Good job we have these doors, actually. Those batteries can get a bit pungent, what with the chemicals and whatnot. Wouldn't want you passing out, miss.
I do feel a little funny now that you mention it.
Then we won't linger. All you need to know is that these batteries are critical to the operation. Without their power, the capacitor would be useless.
Okay. Still not liking this idea. And we're back. Where's the puzzle?
Now then, it's time to take a look at something really special. Over here, this way to the Weaver.
Okay.
Down, please. It took over a year and a half just to build the capacitor. It would have taken much longer if we hadn't had the gravity tool to assemble it.
I bet.
I had parts of it commissioned from factories all over the country. We assembled it here like the world's largest model kit. All right, here we are. Now, we need the business end of the device.
God, it's loud!
And this has been running unchecked for how long?
There's the parallel foil. Recognize the umbilicus down there? You don't usually see it from this angle, eh? And that's the Weaver. See the ring? It weaves the cables that run down the side of the silo into the umbilicus. A person's data is transmitted down the umbilicus, and then it's put back together again there at the foot of the machine. It's a bit like a telephone, you see. Phones send voices over wires to another location. But in this case, instead of transmitting our voices, we transmitted ourselves. Now let's go upstairs and take a look at the nerve center of the whole operation, the control room. Up, please.
What do you do when there's no one around to push these buttons for you?
Oh, my dear. The elevator's not here.
Do you mind? How much of this is have I actually got to pay?
I did a good job with that, didn't I? Oh dear. I must clean that sometime.
Okay.
This way, madam.
Okay.
Dum da dum da ding ding dee dum dum dum.
Control room,
Excuse
huh?
me, young lady. This way. From up here, we can see the status of all the device's critical systems. It also comes with a pretty spectacular view. When the time comes, you'll need to come up here in order to adjust the probes.
The probes are the antenna, right? They pick up the signal?
Exactly so. Now, we keep the probes locked in place, and you'll need to unlock them by disengaging the magnetic clamping system. You'll do so by using these series of levers here by the side of the console.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind following me, please.
Again.
Nope, not that way. Hey, look at this thing over here. Oi, I said this way.
Yeah.
Once the probes are released from the couplings, you'll be able to use the gravity tool to reposition them into alternative sockets.
Guessing going back down.
You know, we might be able to cheat the system. If I get inside and bridge a circuit and you give the barometer a whack, it might skip to the next circuit.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Okay, let's see if this works. Right there. Now, okay, I think I've got it. Now give it a bash.
Okay, bashing coming right up.
I can't believe that actually works.
Okay. There goes the puzzle.
I take it you found your way into the lab. How did the equipment look? Was there much damage? How was the capacitor?
That is the most mad scientist place I've ever seen.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Seriously, if people knew about that place...
Let's not worry about other people right now. Best if we just get started. If you would be so kind as to share those lights with me, we can proceed. Yes. I see the lab. It's held up remarkably well. Do you remember what I said to you? How I first described the lab?
Don't know. You said a lot of things.
I told you that things you've dreamed of are waiting for you there.
Yeah, that was a weird thing to say.
Let's see this through, Patterson. You are so important to me. You're helping me help Rena. I will forever be grateful. I will repay you. You have my word.
If this helps Rena, then cool.
Your lips to God's ear, my dear. Now, if you have more memories for me.
Here you go.
Good. Good. Things are coming along. Now we can start to work on the extraction plan. With any luck, I'll be back in the real world soon. God, I can't wait to feel the sun on my skin and see real trees again. Tell me, Patterson, how do you feel?
Who, me? I feel fine.
Good, because we're close. But we're not done yet. We should brace ourselves mentally for whatever comes next. We are facing many unknowns. For example, we don't know if I can even cross back over safely. We don't know if I'll be able to make the necessary repairs to the machine. Who knows if I can pinpoint her location, or if she's even alive. I don't know if this will be a search and rescue operation, or a search and retrieval operation. Do you understand my meaning?
You're saying you don't know if you're saving Rena or just retrieving her body?
Yes, exactly. I can't bear to think of that way, but I must. I have to prepare myself for every eventuality. You should too. I'll see you soon.
You're very suspicious. You know that. Right now.